Hi, I'm Joel Dees, Director of Operations and Marketing with Remax Real Estate with this week's technology tip. As a small organization that succeeds by working as smartly and efficiently as possible, we're constantly on the lookout for tools that make us more productive. Our latest find is Trello, a free web-based collaboration tool from Frog Creek Software. We tried numerous softwares and web services that promise to help our group be better at task management, but few really stick. The real problem that all of them had was that they all had a conceptual model about how task management should be done, and it often didn't match well with what we wanted, what worked for us. That's where Trello shines, because it doesn't pre-assume much of anything, but instead takes a real-world approach to managing bits of information and converts it into a digital form. In essence, Trello is a generic tool that provides a structured way of looking at various different types of data, rather than assuming that you're going to use it for a specific purpose. Imagine a whiteboard on the wall and the columns drawn onto it to indicate different stages of a process, and sticky index cards representing tasks. You can write on the cards and move them around the whiteboard, such as you will always see at a glance where things stand in an overall project, including tasks that are complete, in progress, or on deck. I'm sure some of you already have systems roughly like this, but the limitations become clear quickly. An index card can hold only a small amount of information. There's only a single board, and the cards can often fall off. Trello takes a basic concept and moves it into the virtual world, improving on it nearly every way. Some of Trello's advantage over physical approach include you can have unlimited number of boards, regardless of how much wall space you have. Boards can contain as many columns, Trello calls this list, as you want. You can add or remove lists and rearrange them at any time. Cards can contain not only a lot more information than a sticky note, they can also contain specific types of data. They're easy to move around within Trello, and you simply drag the card to move it, which is wonderfully satisfying. You can upload photos, documents, PDFs onto a card as well. Boards can be shared among groups, so multiple people at all times can get the same overview and work on the task, with updates propagating to the viewers nearly instantly. Compare that with having a single physical whiteboard that only one person can see most of the time. What is truly cool is that Trello in no way tells you what should be on your board. In my department here at Remax Real Estate, we share boards for each agent's marketing request, one for advertising, open house, new agents, recruiting, and of course we all have a personal one. One last thing about board. Trello keeps track of all the activity that happens on the board and displays it on the right side of the board. That way you can see at a glance what other people have been doing on the board. Lists are by far the simplest data structure in Trello. They have names and positions within the board, and they contain the cards. That's it, and that's great since you can assign whatever meaning you want to each list and to the action of moving a card from one list to another. Cards are the atomic unit of information in Trello, and they contain a lot. Each card can have a title that describes the card in brief, a more extensive card description, a color and name label for categorization separate from lists, reverse chronological order comments for discussing the card, members who are notified of activity within Trello via email, file attachment, votes, simple thumbs up, counters for determining popularity, a due date which provides an indicator as the date approaches, a checklist which can contain any number of items to be checked off, an activity view that shows all the comments and changes to the card. The best part, in my opinion, is that you can assign people to a card, after which they receive an email notification of the main activity on the card, including comments, changes in the title and description, and movements between lists. We tend to assign a lot of people to cards since it's helpful to make sure everyone is seeing what happens with the card. You can always see tiny avatars for those people assigned to a card. You can also subscribe to a card's notification without being a member of that card in case you want to follow a card as an observer. The last aspect of Trello I want to focus on is on sharing, because it's essential to its collaboration capabilities. Trello is hosted service, so everyone who uses it needs an account, which can be either unique to Trello or connected to a Google account. The board is a unit of sharing in Trello. You specify exactly who should have access to the board and at what level. The permissions include visibility, commenting, voting, and adding members. Since it's likely that you'll be using Trello in a particular group, you can create an organization that includes a predefined set of members rather than having to add them individually. You can then differentiate in the permissions between organization members, board members, members of the board who aren't in the organization, and public members, Trello users who haven't been invited to the board. Once everyone is in the board and notifications are set up, you can choose whether notification happens immediately or combined and set roughly once per hour. Since Trello updates everyone's view of the shared boards nearly instantly, this is almost as fluid as moving sticky cards around on someone's office whiteboard during a face-to-face meeting. Trello enables flexibility collaboration of many sorts, provides an elegant and easy web interface, has mobile apps that are usable now and will be improving in the near future, and it's free. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about Trello or any other technology, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I'm Joel Diaz with RE/MAX Real Estate. Have a great week.